Bodies found in a mass grave as people who were kidnapped 3 months ago. 8 more bodies have been recovered near Mexico City. Prosecutors say the abductions are linked to a dispute between rival drugs gangs. Well, for more on this, let's join Adam Rainey. He joins us from Mexico City. Adam, it's still very new, the investigation into what happened to these individuals that died. What are the authorities saying at the moment?
Well, right now they're saying that at least 5 of the bodies, as you just said, can be confirmed as part of that group of 12 people kidnapped from an after-hours club here in Mexico City 3 months ago, back in May. Now, the numbers don't really add up because they're saying there's 13 bodies there at the grave, and they've always been confirmed 12 people kidnapped that day here in Mexico City. So we'll be looking to see as they start to confirm the identities of the rest of those bodies if there's another crime connected to that scene. This has been a very big case, an important case in Mexico City, because Mexico City for several years during this ongoing drug war has been relatively safe, and this kidnapping, which took place in broad daylight and was caught on surveillance cameras, shook up the city and angered the public and really angered and upset the family of these victims, who still say that their children and their loved ones were not caught up in this illegal activity in that neighborhood of Mexico City. But that's up for dispute. They just want to know what happened to their loved ones and why.
While that investigation continues then, Adam, just tell us a little bit more about the issue of drug-related crime and the battle that the law enforcement agencies have been trying to fight, one that certainly has, as you say, angered many thousands of people across the country, because it seems to be a lot of innocent individuals are being caught in the crossfire.
Yeah, this grief over these 12 or perhaps now 13 missing people, imagine that multiplied in the thousands if you look across this country. You have drug violence raging in the north, in the east, and the west of this country. You have a relatively new president in power, Enrique Peña Nieto, whose administration assures the people here in Mexico that the number of killings related to drug violence is going down, but it doesn't really add up. If you look at all of the homicides in Mexico, the homicide number isn't really changing, just how they classify them is. And in fact, the military is enmeshed in an operation in the west of the country, in the state of Michoacán, which is trying to fight one of the most powerful drug cartels, the Knights Templar, and it's not having much success. They've been there since May. The killings continue. Nearly every week we hear and report about bodies found in mass graves, or people tied up, hands tied and bound behind bodies that are found and clearly related to this ongoing drug battle in the west of the country. So this violence isn't stopping, and what we've seen in Mexico City is this kidnapping kind of woke people up here as it brought it home for people in the capital.
Well, for the moment, Adam, we'll leave it there. Of course, we'll be following how that investigation continues. For the moment, thanks a lot. Adam Rainey there from Mexico City.